Is up, everybody? Keith Jamison, go regular guide to 31 across the DFS industry. Depending on where you are and how you're watching this, either happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. I hope you are having a great day with friends and family. Mine are all tuckered out right now, so it's Saturday afternoon as I'm recording this, and really looking forward to Boxing Day. I've been holding off to like the last possible minute to do this because we just didn't know what teams would get through this and be ready to play tomorrow. We got 4 games, so we've got huge prize pools on DraftKings, so it's going to be a really, really awesome day. Looking forward to giving you 10 picks. Hopefully most of them are in and healthy tomorrow. I think there's a lot of ways you can go, so we're just going to jump right into it with a quick plug. First off, thank you to the Mayo Media Network. It's been an awesome year doing content and trying to bring soccer to the masses. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. So thank you to Pat and his team, and to give them extra things like, subscribe, comment to this video on the Mayo Media Network if you're watching on YouTube, or if you are on any sort of pod feed. Daily fantasy picks and bets, the mix is where you want to go to get all sorts of short form content from the whole team. And then finally, if you want more of my content, there'll be one more video from me on my channel at FSIDFS, Fantasy Sports Insight on YouTube, or you can find me at GatorGuy231 on Twitter. All right, plugs over. Let's get into the football. So we've got 4 games. Man City is the big favorite. They're going to be the team you're going to spend a majority of your salary on. They're right around minus 600 home versus Leicester, who has been leaking goals. We have Arsenal minus 278 away to Norwich. I think that this is the one game that I'm going to be seeing differently than the masses. I do like Norwich here. Tottenham at home minus 153 hosting Palace, and West Ham minus 121 at home hosting Southampton. So let's start at the top. Man City, and I'm just quickly pulling it up for Hero Class. Man City is going to be the main team that we're targeting. Some of them are overpriced, some of them are not. The big thing with Leicester, okay, and this is what I was trying to pull up, is we always think of Leicester under Brendan Rodgers as very, very structured, good defensively, play beautiful football, but also don't mind playing on the counterattack. It's how they beat City 5-2. I remember that very vividly last year. So we'd see guys like Jamie Vardy in this type of matchup do great because City's just going to overpossess. They just make one mess up. Leicester just sends them down. Here's the thing. This version of Leicester, not as good defensively. We just saw Leicester put out almost a full team midweek versus Liverpool in the Cup, allowed 3 goals to mainly a Liverpool second unit. They shut out Newcastle at home 4-0, but then 3 goals to Napoli, 2 goals to Villa, 2 goals to Southampton, 2 goals to Watford, 1 goal to Liga Warsaw, 3 goals to Chelsea. You get my point. They're not really keeping clean sheets. This is not the team. You don't want to go to the Etihad and host City when you're struggling for shape and you're struggling for defensive consistency. So I'm all over City here. At the top, I'm going to kind of combine these all and just explain them. At the top, Phil Foden at 10-4. Here's the interesting thing with Phil Foden. I think on this slate, you absolutely are going to be filling one forward spot with a City player. So whether that's going to be Foden, whether that's Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, I think would be a little interesting lean. I've missed the whole Bernardo thing, but just look at his game logs. Bernardo's been one of the best players in the EPL. I think if he starts, Gabriel Jesus at sub 8,000 is going to be very popular. Raheem Sterling may get a start. So largely, you've got like 4 or 5 guys you could play as a forward at City. I think you need at least one. And then that second forward spot depends on how you view the Arsenal guys, how you view the Spurs guys. Just those 2 really. I don't think you're crazy for going 2 City guys. Phil Foden and Riyad Mahrez, when they're on, they're splitting sets. They're even taking over Kevin De Bruyne at times. Now, do I think that will always stay the case? No, but the most recent sample, when De Bruyne, Foden, and Mahrez were on, Foden took out swingers, Mahrez took in swingers. De Bruyne jumped on some dead balls, but was still very active. So if you just decided to go, look, there's enough value in the slate, I'm going to go De Bruyne, Foden, Mahrez, get all of City's set pieces, get plenty of attacking upside, get 3 of the class players on the slate as a minus 600 favorite. Why not? Go for it. I think you can do it. I'm going to give you some values that you can do it. So I think of that bunch because of price, I'm slightly Mahrez over Foden. Mahrez also takes PKs. Mahrez is a revenge game versus versus Leicester. I backtracked. No, there's not like a huge thing. He scored some goals versus Leicester, but it's not like Mahrez shows up and has gargantuan games versus Leicester. I always think revenge games are tough when it's like a small club and the guy they allowed him to leave and they sold him on and they helped promote him. Like, I don't know how much of that is a revenge, right? Versus like a guy, like I say, that leaves City because City isn't getting them playing time. And then they go back and they face them. Okay, that might be more revenge. But like Mahrez is like, thank you, Leicester. You guys were awesome for me. So I think I am, though, all that being said, Mahrez over Foden, especially with the price, 900 difference, but always love Phil Foden. Kevin De Bruyne, 9,000, I think it's a lock and load with or without sets. I think 9,000 for the quality of Kevin De Bruyne, top 10 player in the world, probably top 5 in EPL. Hell, you could say, if you want to say he's the best player in the EPL, I can't fault you. I think Salah is probably a little bit up there right now, but Kevin De Bruyne, once he's healthy, he's not far behind at 9,000. I think he's a phenomenal play. And then João Cancelo is the other Man City piece I want to bring up. Get João Cancelo just gets there. He gets 8, 9, 10 DK with only a couple crosses. He gets tackles, ones, fouls drawn, shots assisted. And then he gets very, very active, getting into the box for goals, getting crosses into the box for assists. So 6,700 seems high for a non-set piece taking fullback, but we're talking about a -600 favorite on a team that should have a ton of possession. And right now, one of the top 3 fullbacks in the world in João Cancelo. So I think that he is super solid as well. All right, those are the 4 City pieces. Any other City guy in, with the exception of the center backs, I don't think it's a center back slate. They're not priced down low enough where it makes sense, unless we get like a random Nathan Ake or, I didn't look at where Stone's priced, but if you get a cheap guy, of course, it's in play. I also don't really love Ederson. I do think that City can leak out a goal here, especially to like Vardy on a counterattack. So I'm not a huge fan of Ederson. All right, that's City. So that was 4 of our 10 picks. Let's go to the rest. Heung-min Son, 9,700, home versus Crystal Palace. Here's the thing. Crystal Palace has been a good team under Vieira, but they can't allow goals. They can get leaky. They're not just going to sit back like Roy Hodgson's Crystal Palace and just accept a ton of pressure. They're going to take it to you too. The one thing about Conte is if you're going to stay a little bit open, he's going to kill you on the counter too. So Heung-min Son is taking monopoly set pieces at 9,700. I really like him a lot. The question to me becomes, do you find the extra money for Foden? Do you save a couple of dollars on Mahrez? I think a lot of it's just going to depend on how much value we do get. So love Heung-min Son. Also from that game, Harry Kane at 6,800. Talk about a tempting price. Harry Kane used to be the $9,000 Harry Kane, and you're having a conversation. I know he's goal dependent, but he's so damn good. And now he's 6,800. I think he's gonna be super popular in cash. He is becoming more and more goal dependent than ever, though. It used to be that Harry Kane would drop deep, link up play, take more long range shots. And right now he's acting as more of a poacher. Even midweek, cheap versus West Ham when he was chalked, it was Steven Bergwijn and Lucas Moura that got the goals, and Kane didn't get any piece of it. So I think it was a price play. Harry Kane is just so tempting. And I'll just tell you, I think that it largely decides the slate. If you pay $6,800 Harry Kane, if you play him and he doesn't score, just accept it. And if you fade him and he scores, just accept it. It's a results-oriented decision. I tell our Discord server this all the time when they're asking questions before lock. Is sometimes it's result is over process, and playing Harry Kane or fading Harry Kane is a results-oriented decision. And I don't really call anybody crazy for playing or fading him in this situation. They are a favorite at home. Down from there, Sergio Reguilon. Since Conte has come in, Reguilon is playing a lot more like he played at times at Real Madrid. And then when he really came into form versus Sevilla, for Sevilla, this is the best version of Reguilon that you can see at 5,700. I like him a lot. Manuel Lanzini, 5,200. They're not really being aggressive enough with his price. He was awesome midweek, over 10 DK. It's been awesome since coming back on the side. He's splitting sets with Jared Bowen while Aaron Cresswell's out, playing as like a number 10, even sometimes out wide. West Ham, I think, is going to go very overlooked on this slate. It's probably one of my favorite GPP stack teams because I think everybody's going to see City -600, Arsenal close to -300, Tottenham -150, and just skip over the West Ham pieces at -121. So you can do like a Lanzini, Bowen, and Miguel Antonio stack. I don't think anybody's going to be on it. Southampton could give up goals. So, it's a 3-1 West Ham win. You have that group, you could just soar to the top. So I'd like that a lot. Our two values. All I want for Christmas is Cedric in at 3,800. Went in, Cedric's been taking set pieces for Arsenal in the cup games. Tomiyasu is questionable for the game. Had picked up a knock. And if he's not in, I think it's going to be Cedric in an attacking spot, sub 4K, with share of set pieces. Even if he doesn't have a share of set pieces, probably still going to get 8-9 crosses. Sign me up, Cedric, 3,800. And then the best value in the slate, I don't know what DraftKings is doing, but thank you. So here's my funny joke, right? And if DraftKings is hearing this, shut your ears. But I always joke when people ask a question, why this, why that? It's sometimes I wonder if DraftKings knows that they have soccer. Obviously they do, because they give you some great prize pool here on Boxing Day. But some of the pricing decisions, you just go, they're not paying attention. Planchetta is splitting sets. So normally the moment that guy takes a corner, his price shoots up. Okay. He's been splitting sets for 2.5 games now. The last 2 games, 6.5 versus United, 8.1 last time. Again, split set pieces, attacking for player, min price. What else you want? Arsenal, even that Arsenal's playing well, they're away from home. I'm never going to be scared of them. A min price attacking winger that Dean Smith likes, sign me up. So 3K Planchetta, that is the lock of the slate if in. So make sure that would be one of the first things I look for when lineups come out, is just make sure Planchetta's in, because if he's in at 3,000, he's taking up a midfield spot. You have all the salary in the world to do from there. So it's probably look for Planchetta, look for Cedric, go to city pieces, move on from there. Hope you all do well tomorrow. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, love to see all that stuff, and good luck. Once again, if you want to find more of my content, at GatorGuy231 on Twitter, check out our YouTube page, Fantasy Sports Insight on YouTube. And with that, I'll say, see you.